So basically now we're going to cook this lovely summer vegetable, the bottle gourd.
Okay, so this is super Kashmiri bottle gourd yakni. We're going to have it for lunch. Come in. So
Yeah. So this is the bottle gourd, and it's a summer vegetable. It's very light on the stomach. It's very good for health. It's very delicious.
Oh, we're not doing this as yakni, are we? We're doing this
No,
as...
it's not yakni. We are making it with green coriander and 1 or 2 green chillies.
Right.
So it's just a very plain dish of bottle gourd with just spicing, minimal spicing.
Super simple.
Yeah, super simple. And only the aromatic stuff is the green coriander.
And how are we cooking it?
We can cook it in the pressure cooker, or you can cook it open fire also. But it becomes nice and soft. My husband likes it very soft, so I give it one whistle, just one pressure. But otherwise, you can also, it's a soft vegetable. You can cook it open cup in a pan.
So just to taste, so one of the things, so hang on, we've like sort of, Louie's a bit cheeky and she does things off camera and I have to stop her so that you can see her do it. But, so we've cut some already and I can cry it, right?
Yeah.
So it tastes like, if there was a Venn diagram of zucchini and pear and
Cucumber?
cucumber, yeah. So it's quite mild, it's not as bitter as zucchini, it's not as fresh as cucumber, and it's not as sweet as pear. It's like somewhere in that intersection. So you can see it's just a very beautiful carrier of soft flavour. Always try your produce if you don't know what you're cooking with, because this starting point tells you a lot about why we're doing what we're doing and how much spice you would even actually need to transform the vegetable, because you actually wouldn't need very much.
No, you don't, because that's the beauty of this vegetable. It should be mildly spiced, I mean very mildly, and aromatic. It shouldn't have fiery spices. It should be aromatic. It should, olfactory. It should hit your nose and your sensory organs, sense of smell.
Because it's almost, there's like a recessed floral quality. Like you could imagine that that's what you want. You're just sort of going for that. Okay.
Correct, yeah.
Just like cubed. Can you see that? So I'm going to keep going. But peeled as well, because the skin
Yes, you should peel it as well, yeah.
is a bit... So you just cut it in half, Louie? Oh, we're still doing them up.
Just turned it once.
Like that?
Yes, it's done here.
Oh yeah, right.
So don't make them very hard, not very fat. Yeah, that's perfect. You're good, Sarina. Yeah.
I try.
No, half the battle is won because you love food.
I do love food.
So, and you love cooking, so you're halfway to the winning post, as they say. Let me peel this one.
Yeah.
Where's the peeler? Oh, here it is.
It's actually much nicer than zucchini. I'm not a big fan of zucchini. This is quite delicious.
So I'm peeling this one here.
But did you cut these again? I think I've done...
No, don't cut any more, any further. Yeah.
So are they hard to find?
No, this is one of the most very easily available vegetables, and it's a poor, it's a vegetable you'll find being cooked in every household. A very common vegetable because it adapts well to different tastes as well.
It doesn't have a lot of inherent flavour. So.
And it's summer, so it's very cooling. It's a summer vegetable, so it's cooling for your system.
Do you want me to peel or you peel and I'll...
No, I've done the peeling. Now you can do the cutting. Yeah.
So the way you cut something influences the way it takes on flavour.
Absolutely. So important. Yeah, if you make very thick pieces, if you dice it, it tastes completely different.
Yeah.
So it's not being diced. These are, I mean, if you were to cut them into square pieces, thick and square,
Yeah.
it tastes different. So that's why like this, and then you cut fine slices.
It's so nice to cook with you because I say the same things and people don't. It's not that they don't believe me. It's just, like if you make a mirepoix for a French classic base, a mirepoix that's very evenly diced and very, very fine gives you very fine flavour. It's a very French expression of aromatic. But these sort of, the more volume, the rougher, like if you think about Italian, as you want to do something a bit more rustic with like a minestrone, you cook your chunks, it's a bit chunkier, it translates into a more rustic flavour.
Yeah.
This is somewhere in the middle. So you have to think about everything. So once this is done, what we're going to do is what? What are we going to do?
We're going to sort of cook it, which means we'll add a little oil in the pan. We'll use a pot because we need to cover it, and it has to be in a pot. I mean, it cooks well in the pot.
Yeah.
And then we will add a little bit of oil, maybe a tablespoon of oil.
Mustard oil or vegetable oil?
We could use mustard oil.
What would you normally do?
Normally, I would use vegetable oils.
Let's do that.
Yeah.
So
Because mustard oil would, take away from the softness of this taste. Yeah. That is why.
So vegetable oil isn't something that we use like I use a lot. I don't use it a lot in my kitchen, but it is good as a neutral flavour carrier.
Yes, that exactly, because it has a neutral flavor.
Yeah.
So
we're putting on the heat to
yes,
high.
yes, on high. Yeah, because the pan has to get hot also, no? And this is of course an induction. Yeah, it's big enough. It's quite big. So I have some vegetable oil here. So this is about a tablespoon. Yeah, or maybe a little more.
So just a little bit, not a lot.
No, not a lot. It'll be just about a tablespoon or maybe a little more than a tablespoon.
Yeah. And that's one gourd. So that was like
No, 1.5. There was
1.5,
almost half. Yes, that.
So what could you use if you didn't have?
Instead of this bitter gourd.
It's a bit hard, isn't it? Really.
Yeah, maybe you could use some cauliflower
Really?
or a cabbage. I don't know. I've never tried it.
Yeah. There's not really a replacement for it.
No. There is one, that ridge gourd. Torai. I don't know what you call it.
It's thinner.
It's thin and long.
Yeah.
That it's shaped like a zucchini.
Yeah.
But I mean, maybe that would be. So now this oil is hot, and I will add some hing. Where is
The hing's here.
the white one? The white one, yeah. So,
How much? Just like a pinch.
well, yeah. I mean, now you can smell.
Straight away.
Yeah. So that's. And I'll add a little bit of cumin.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's about
Half
third of a teaspoon.
About half a teaspoon, and about a half a teaspoon of cumin coriander powder, and I'm not using any turmeric or this thing, what do you call it, red chillies, because I don't want it to change color.
Oh,
And then I'll just add the vegetable to it.
So that's not much.
No, no, it's very simple. This is very simple.
Yeah.
I mean, we are cooking two different things. One thing which takes a lot of time,
Yeah.
and this is something that takes very little time. So,
And do you stir it?
yes, you can stir it, of course. And I have to add now the other spices also, salt, and a very important ingredient in this is green coriander.
Okay, come here and say that because I can't.
Yeah, I'm showing you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fresh green coriander.
Okay.
Yeah. So this I'll just put
Chop
it in
it.
a little bit of water so it freshens up. And chop it and add to it.
Ah. Are you browning this? You want it to brown?
Little bit. No, not just cook it. Yeah. So the juices come out a little, and then we'll.
Did you put salt?
No, I haven't put salt yet. I haven't put fennel. I haven't put salt. And those are the things. Just now I've kept the coriander to become a little fresh
Yeah.
in the water. I will also add about 2 green chillies in this.
Whole?
I'll just, no, I won't cut it. I just break the chili and put it. Because then a little bit of punginess comes in,
Yeah.
you know. I think 2 is enough, yeah?
Yeah.
And now I'll cut the coriander.
Okay, do you want to do it here? I can do it here if you want.
But remove the thick stems. But I also have another tray. I also have another tray, and that is that the coriander stems, I kind of smash them and put them into the food.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
What, in a mortar and pestle?
I use my the roller pin.
And what does that do?
It gives because the stems have a lot of flavor and fragrance in them.
Yeah.
So when I just sort of grind it, you know, with the roller pin, that fragrance gets released, and I put it in the cooking, you know, while it is cooking. So it does add a little bit extra flavor.
Oh, it's very stuffy.
So this part, you know, the
You
lower
use with the
part,
rolling pin.
yeah.
I'll just cut this one.
But keep it on the board only. Turn it around. Yeah, keep it on the
I
board.
want to cut that off, right?
Yes, but don't throw it.
No.
And then I'll use the roller on it. Use it on that one.
I'll just do this one first. So like just like that?
Yeah, just put it.
You got that? You want to do that one?
Throw that because it's in this. We have to add the salt
Yeah.
and the fennel
So
to
how
it.
much salt are you gonna
I'm about a teaspoon and a half, definitely, because this is less than a teaspoon.
Yeah.
And I would also taste it
Yeah.
because I'm not very sure about
The salt.
yes
So-
how much to use.
Yeah.
And every packet of salt also
It's different.
yeah,
Yeah.
the saltiness is different.
Yeah.
Yes.
See, she says all the things that I say. That's where I get it from. So the thing about using salt in a dish like this is you need to use salt really beautifully because the flavors are so subtle that salt will drive and clarify the flavor profiles and will give like the dish a really beautiful structured shape. That's what salt will contribute, and so it has to kind of be perfect. So can I try? See how perfect it is.
Put it on the board.
Needs a little bit more salt.
Is it but it's going to become
Right.
no, it is going to shrink
Yeah.
in quantity, so it should be a little less.
But when the yogurt goes in, that's going to... Do you put a
Very
bit of
little
salt?
yogurt, very
it?
little, yeah, very little.
All right.
Now I add the fennel.
Take your word for it. Yep. So fennel is like that's probably 2 teaspoons you're going to do.
At least,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, 2 teaspoons.
Can I smell your fennel? Oh, that's so good.
It's freshly ground.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah, freshly ground.
Wow, that's really strong fennel too. It's beautiful. Very fresh.
I ground it yesterday only, that's why. And I need to add some ginger powder to it. This is ginger powder. Just about half a teaspoon.
Yeah. So
Very little. It's
can I
not.
smell? I'll just taste it.
Is it strong?
It's not
very
too strong.
because it's not
Super fresh.
I mean.
So in the beginning, it was just very small amounts of hing and of cumin, and what happens is later as you move through the dish and you structure more spice into the cooking process, is that spice reaches down into the bottom, into that first iteration of like aromatic contribution, and it pulls it back and out. So you start to taste things more towards the end of the dish that apparently weren't there in the beginning. And that's kind of the magic of masala, is that over time it builds and it constructs. So you need to know where you're going to in order to sort of take the journey. You have to have an understanding of the end flavour profile in order to build correctly, which is why recipes like this are so valuable, because they teach you, if you taste as you go, how a dish changes. And the subtleties of using spice really beautifully. So not trying to make it all happen at once in the first 5 minutes, which is a great reference for life for someone like me who has absolutely no patience. Cooking shows you that like it doesn't happen at once, right? It happens in stages over time, and then you get to delicious. I can taste the hing in that now.
You can? Good.
It's beautiful.
It's not overpowering. No?
No, it's beautiful. Very subtle, and the zira in the bottom as well. Yeah, it's delicious.
And then I'm adding about 2 tablespoons of
So just show.
curd. Yeah?
All right, so you whipped that.
Yes, I
That's
just...
about 2 tablespoons.
Maybe I'll just see if I need a little bit more. No, I'll need a little bit more.
And what's that doing? Hang on, wait. Tell me when you come back.
Yeah? Huh.
It smells amazing. What does it do when you put, what are you doing by putting the dahi in? Why are you putting it in?
This will add to the taste,
Yeah.
and it will give it a little bit of a curry. A little bit of soup will be there.
Like a saucy.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Little thin sauce.
Yeah.
So with rice it tastes very nice. Even with the chapati it will,
Yeah.
it will taste nice. So
Let's see. Oh, it looks good. It does get very soft very quickly. Always run away. That smells amazing. Just want to try it. This is going to be our lunch, I think. So it's super soft. It's so good. It's just very, very light. It's too much to say there's heat from the green chilli, but there's this just like, it's like there's a slight electric current across the surface of my tongue, and that's sort of where the chilli heat would be. And actually the longer I wait, the more it builds, but it's child friendly actually. And then in terms of spicing, what it feels like is, it's Billy through the back door. Ta-da! We were just talking about it. It worked beautifully. It's like so soft, and nothing's too forward. So even like that coriander, which can be really strong, is like subtle. The chilli's very subtle.
Yeah.
It's like like nursery food, you know. It's
Yeah,
kind of like
it is.
dal, but as a vegetable.
Yes, yes, it's, and I can't say it often enough, it's extremely healthy.
Want to try?
Yeah.
Yeah, you take it. I don't want to feed you like a child.
Mm.
It's yummy. It's
Yeah.
really good.
Very good.
Yeah. She's the master.
Yeah.
All right, it's lunchtime.
Yeah.
Let's do it.